January 20th, 2015. This is the second part of talking about Vladivostok and being raped at this museum. So I sort of remember someone saying, like, I think there was a video camera running, and what I remember is that there were different people from different countries taking photos of this happening to me, you know, and why they did that, I really don't know. Like, they were all trying to secure blackmail against for each other, or what, you know. I'm not sure. But there was one person there that was supposedly William of Wales too, and I don't know, it was like he was a kid, but I'm not sure that it was him. Kind of looked like him, but I can't say that it was him. I can confirm that there was someone there with a British accent, but what I sort of remember is possibly someone there with a Scottish accent, like Brown. I believe they had a prime minister, Scotland did, who had the last name Brown. There were a couple of individuals there that had very high status in their countries, and so after that was done to me, you know, there were a couple of other times where I was I was in shock. I was in complete shock, because I was supposedly there in Russia for protection, to be protected from the United States, and the rapes and torture that they committed against me, and you know, a few things were done in England and Canada too. So you know, here they had a Canadian and an English person. It's like I was kind of like their universal beating bag. And they were all making a lot of money off of me. I know that each of these countries had music artists that were stealing songs from me. The U.S. was passing my songwriting materials to, and they were making hits off of them and selling lots of records and concerts. And so that had something to do with it too, I think, and why they were so interested in me. You know, that many people. And when you have artists that are making have that much success off of songs or entertainment, I think they started looking at it as some kind of an economic interest that they had, not just military and hate crime and whatever. I think they started looking at it as if they had a right to boost their country's economies by stealing from kids. And the only way that they repeatedly tried to keep me quiet and told me to shut up, and you know, they'd torture me and rape me and other things. And you know, another thing that they had done since I was very young is that they had raped me. So before I was ever singing songs, they had decided they were going to sexually traffic me. And so anyway, so this rape, while I was under the influence of a lot of vodka, this rape occurred with more than one individual. And then I remember being let out. I was still conscious. From what I remember, I was still conscious, which was rare, because a lot of times I think I passed out. I thought that I was let out. Maybe I was just let out into a different room, because I'm not sure that someone would actually lead me out of there as drunk as I was, in that kind of a state. But I remember all these people smirking at me, the ones that raped me and the government people that had been around. They're all just smirking and laughing. And it is possible that they took me to a hospital. But I also remember being tied up for an amount of time, possibly in a different room in there. And it's possible that I was in another room for a while, held hostage until I quote-unquote dried out, or evidence of rape was, they thought, gone. And then at some point I did go to a hospital. At least I think I remember being taken to a hospital. And my lights just went out. And I really only have, I had about, let's see, the equivalent of maybe 400 watts at most going in my house, and my electricity goes out. So this is something that's been really fun for me too, because the government does this a lot to me.